Before we get started, I'd like to briefly explain chakra and energy point spread so you have a more fulfilling reading. The three cards on the left are the unconscious inner self. The card in the center is the heart, and the three cards on the right are the conscious fore self. The card on the bottom left is the base of your spine. It's a culmination of things from past lives to tragic to cherished childhood memories. Up to today, we're always culling things and bringing new things, and we're always evolving. And that's why I'm calling it sourcing and urgings instead of foundation, as you would find in the Celtic cross. The second card up is the pelvic or sacrum, and I'm considering this awakening or arousing. This is where your spiritual awakening is, and growth of all kinds, and also includes your sexual prowess. This can be cosmic life breath. The cosmos has natural laws that live in harmony, but we don't always live in harmony with them. Top left is the solar plexus, or what I consider sensing and feelings. This is where you get those gut feelings about something when they're right or wrong. This is also a universal life force contrary to a cosmic life breath, because this is where conflict and chaos ensues in our life. The center is the heart of the matter or the situation. We're always asking questions. Why did this happen? What's going to happen next? What's going on? I don't understand. You could bounce this heart of the matter off between your unconscious and conscious self and maybe have more understanding what's going on. The card on the bottom right is your throat. And what I'm considering is teachings and communicating. It has to do with what you've learned in your life and how you're accepting society and how you're going into it. Are you living a very conservative, orthodox life, or are you living more of a new wave, do what you want kind of life? Second card up, considered the third eye, and it's seeing and envisioning. It's more bringing things out of a linear to a three-dimensional perspective. The third eye is our pineal gland in the center of our brain, and it's activated by light, so this can also be considered enlightenment. The card on the top right is the crown, or knowing and understanding. You can have a lot of knowledge, but if you cannot apply it wisely, it's not wisdom. Then I'll be putting a card on the left to represent the past, and a card on the right to represent the future. I'll be taking a look at the card at the bottom of the deck for an overall feeling of the energy of the spread, or perhaps the outcome. I'll be using the Conley Tarot deck for all the main cards, and underneath each card, each main card, is a miniature Rider-Waite for clarification. After that, I'll be pulling a messages from the angels, the Doreen Virtue card. And now, on with the readings. Hi there, Libra. Welcome to your Winds of Jupiter Tarot reading. The base of your spine, what I call sourcing and urgings. You receive the Five of Cups. This card is associated with a lot of D words. Despondency, denial, disappointment, displacement. Something happened, or a chain of events happened, connected to emotions, and with it being cups too, it could be emotions and love of some sort. This is also a grief card. Grief goes through stages: denial, anger, negotiations with God. If I do this, will you do that? When that doesn't happen, it's depression. And then it's the ultimate need that you have is acceptance. You have to accept what happened. You can't change it. You just accept it and work around it. Let's see what the clarification card is. You have the Knight of Pentacles. He's the slowest knight in the court. He moves along and accumulates things, and everybody thinks it's money, something connected to money and wealth. But really, wealth is health, and this has also to do with family, health, and well-being. And here I'm thinking, since he's the slowest knight in the court, he wants you to move slow and accept things as you go along. And I think you are, actually. And you're feeling a little better about this, but you know what happened and it's still in your mind unconsciously. Here up in the sacrum or the pelvic, what I'm calling awakening and arousing, the Knight of Swords. That's you. Libra is air. Swords is air. And you're the king now. You've taken control. You're not the knight anymore, the immature knight anymore. You're the king. You're the ultimate authority. And since you're under control, you are spiritually advancing, growing in many ways. You're not allowing the Five of Cups to affect your progress spiritually and even sexually. Let's see what the clarification card is. Oh my God, this went up another octave. It's the King of Swords again. You got two of the same card, so just in case you missed it, there it is. You are now the ultimate authority overseeing your life. You're in control and you are growing. Up here in the solar plexus and you're sensing and feeling, you see the Three of Wands. It's a card of motion. Something, the gears are going around, the wheels are turning. You've made some decisions and you're moving forward. You are the king. Plans are being made. Everything's falling into place. And you're going to ultimately succeed. And the clarification card is the Ace of Wands. It's giving you the universal green light that, yes, this is new beginnings. You have to sow the seeds and have it sprout and tend the garden and work hard for an abundance that's around the corner. Here at the heart of the matter, the Five of Swords. This is about victory, but winning costs way more than the battle. Something went wrong. This is what I call a Pyrrhic victory. Pyrrhus was a king and a general of Greece, and he fought Rome, and he won. But the victory was so costly, it really wasn't worth the battle. And here, too, is that people laid their swords down and thought the fight just is not worth it. And they just move on. And what happens is that you lose family and friends, co-workers make distance between you because they don't want to be with you anymore because you're constantly combative. This might not be you. This might be somebody else in your life. Let's see what the clarification card is. The Page of Cups. He's the immature, childish person that fantasizes and has his head in the clouds. And this could be personifying the person that's combative and getting into battles when really it's not worth it. He's also about messages. And he can bring profound messages, sometimes of passion and love, but he's offering a cup of some kind of chance or opportunity, but it has strings attached to it. It has emotions attached to it. Let's see what else is this. The story isn't done here. Down here at the throat, what I'm considering communicating and teaching, the Two of Pentacles. Something about making decisions and juggling the decisions. But it's not about money, it's about well-being in your life and how you feel about your life. What you've been taught and right and wrong and good and bad. Somewhere there's some ideas or decisions that have to be made. Let's see what the clarification card is. And here's the Empress. What an excellent place to have her. You have the Magician, which is one that is a conscious manifester of earthly things. And then number two is the High Priestess, which is the unconscious heavenly connection. And number three is the Empress, which is the connection of all of it. She's melding spirit, mind, and body. She brings the senses of pleasure and fulfillment of life and the power of unconditional love. But she also symbolizes Venus. You'll see the shield down here. And Venus is the morning star that rises in the east or sets in the west and symbolizes the duality of endings and beginnings. So you have a decision to make about your well-being, and you're ending something and you're beginning something. And we saw that here too with the Ace of Wands, that there is a beginning. Here at the third eye, or what I'm considering envisioning and seeing. It's the Ten of Wands. Ten is endings and beginnings, but it's saying, oh yeah, it was a rough road. There was a lot of responsibility. The load was heavy. You probably took too much on, but it's coming to an end. And that's going along with the endings and new beginnings. Let's see what the clarification card is. Oh my, you received the Five of Swords again, so you received two Five of Swords. And you also have the Five of Cups down here that's associated to it. So yeah, it's ending, and you want this Five of Swords, the costly battles, to end. You don't want them anymore in your life. Maybe you were fantasizing that it was okay to that happen, for you to be this person or for somebody in your life to be this person, but it isn't, and you want it to end. Up here in the crown, what I consider knowing and understanding, another wand card, the Seven of Wands. It's saying you succeeded, but you're still defending yourself from this Five of Swords, the two Five of Swords. People are scrutinizing you and want to find something wrong with what you're doing. Especially when you succeed and you're on top of the hill and you have to battle people underneath you. If you're a manager or doing things in your office, at home. See what the clarification card is. You receive the Nine of Pentacles. How nice. She's a replete person. It can be a male or female, but very accomplished, stable, financially stable, but just stable. And this is coming in with the well-being of the Pentacles that I discussed. That everything is going well and you feeling independent, regardless if people are scrutinizing you and trying to feel like you're doing something wrong. Doesn't matter to you. Let's see what and your past card is the Page of Cups. So you got the Page of Cups twice. In your past, I'm picking up that it's not you, but somebody else, a very immature person that has done a lot of whooping with the sword for words and has been very nasty. Maybe even very gossipy, a gossip monger. But this person is not your friend and has made a lot of trouble in your life. And here again, always the cup of peace and opportunity, but I don't know, I would be very careful by accepting any more of what this person is offering. Here in the future, here's the Ten of Cups. You have succeeded. You are the king of your spiritual and personal growth. Here you're sensing that there is new beginnings. But somebody or something has been holding you back, and the battles just have not been worth it. You know, cut your losses, throw your sword down, and walk away from this person, because here the Ten of Cups is saying you have ultimate happiness, shared happiness that can happen in your life, and take advantage of it. See, the card that represents the overall energy or the outcome of the reading is the Two of Swords. Here it is. You have a sword decision. You have a word decision. You have to tell somebody what's happening inside you. You have two opposing forces that are being, and it's very conflicting because I think there's some emotions involved in this, but you do have to make a decision, because whatever these two Page of Cups and whatever battles is going on with these two Five of Swords is stopping some part of your progress as a person, even though you're making excellent progress. Okay, the Doreen Virtue messages from the Angels card is Bridget. Caution is warranted. Look deep into the situation before proceeding further. So yeah, take a little bit of time to think this over. You're at endings and new beginnings. Make sure when you start making decisions that you make good decisions before you proceed. Well, I think you're going to have an excellent